definitely been an interesting summer here in the Hamptons and in the East End. Very different than anything we've ever experienced. But what about going to the movies? Well, the Hamptons International Film Festival is finding a creative way to solve that problem. Here to join us to talk about drive-in movies and more is the executive director of the Hamptons International Film Festival, Anne Chaisson. Anne, you're in East Hampton. How are you?
I'm good. I'm very good. It's such a gorgeous day. I'm happy to be conducting this meeting in such a glorious, sunny afternoon.
Well, the weather has stayed consistent out east. And obviously the way we are socializing and experiencing the arts is all different. But I was very excited to see that people were driving to see The Wizard of Oz. And I saw some pictures about that, and you have a series going. Tell us what it took to put this together, and then I want to hear all about how somebody can go to this and what it's like. The drive-in series for the Hamptons Film Fest at Hayground.
Yeah, absolutely. In March, when we all went into quarantine, myself and my team at Hamptons Film all immediately said, we're going to have to do a drive-in. It was, the first thing we thought of because, what else could people do that would be safe, socially distanced entertainment? I think everyone in the world had that idea immediately. And then it took us a while to go through the permitting process, and wonderfully Hayground wanted to partner with us. And after multiple times of finding the right spot and finding the right equipment, etc., we were fortunate enough to buy a drive-in business. So we have 4 screens and 4 projectors and generators and all of the FM transmitters, you name it, everything you need to make a drive-in happen. So we were granted the month of July, 3 days a week over at Hayground School in Bridgehampton. And so our idea was, let's do 3 days a week. Let's theme those days so it would be easy to remember what's available potentially. Right. And so Mondays are retrospective Mondays, Wednesdays are scary Wednesdays, and Fridays are first run Fridays. So you can see something new that would not have been something you've watched a million times before, or something you maybe don't want to stream, but actually want to see on a big screen like I do all the time. So,
well, tell me I want to know how it works, because I'm interested in it because, obviously we all love film and we love to feel like we're seeing something on a big screen, and it's compromised this summer. So how does that work? I know that you have, like for instance, coming up Friday, don't you have, is it Palm Springs? What's coming up?
Palm Springs, that's right,
yes.
With Andy Samberg.
Right, and then a couple of, so if somebody wants to go to this film, how does that work? They buy a ticket ahead, or they
yes.
pull how do they hear it in their car? What is the experience like?
I'll give you the full scoop. Okay. So you go to our website, hamptonsfilm.org, you click on drive-in, it takes you to the schedule. There's a buy ticket button under each film's description.
Is it by carload?
It is by carload. Thank you. Yes, there was a little confusion about that at the Wizard of Oz. Yes, it's a carload price.
So all the munchkins can come in the back seat and see it for the same price.
Right. Or you can do, like they did in the 50s and 60s where they had people in the trunk. You don't have to worry about that.
Clown car.
You don't. Everyone's allowed in. So yes, so you buy online. So again, when you come up, you can say your name, show your name through the window, show your receipt, etc. to our check-in people. Everyone wears masks at all times, especially the team. You are guided into a parking spot. You are given a radio station dial to tune into, and you turn it onto your radio. You turn your headlights off. And voila, you have an outdoor movie experience.
Does just the radio has to be on, or does the car doesn't idle for that time, does it? Or
just the radio? No. We encourage people to turn their car on every once in a while just to make sure that your battery doesn't die. Which
right. And then or if it's hot though, what do they do? I've seen people sitting on the roofs of the cars. Is that okay?
Yeah, yeah, it is okay as long as they're wearing masks. Okay. If you feel that you're 10 feet away from people, that there aren't people in front of you, next to you, close to you, around you, you can, we would prefer you not take your mask off, but you can. There are times when there's, lot of cars of people who all know each other where
tailgating,
people tailgating, and we're like, no, that's not allowed. You must wear your mask. For your protection, our staff, we come to your aid in the middle of the screening. If you need anything, we help you start your car. We help you figure out how to turn your lights off, because in new cars, it's kind of a problem.
It's like AAA. What, but how many cars can you accommodate at a screening?
We can accommodate up to 94.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Very exciting. Yes.
How much are the
And
tickets? How much are the
also,
tickets per carload?
regardless of what kind of car you have, sedan or SUV or truck, it is $50 a carload.
Great.
Yes, and it's important for us to know what kind of car you have because it informs us of how to place you in the field. The field is not flat. So if we put a truck or an SUV on the second row, it blocks everyone behind them. You know, you live in all of these things when you.
So if the screening, what time are the screenings?
Dusk. So we ask you to arrive by 8:30, 8:20, 8:15, 8:20, the latest. It's starting to get dark a little bit earlier, so we start speaking at 8:30 or showing things that we need to show and talking about the upcoming screenings, and then we start the show.
That is so cool. And how has the turnout been?
It's been fabulous. It's been really fun to see families and children coming to see classics that they've loved all their lives, like The Wizard of Oz, but it's also been really amazing for families, also mothers and fathers coming to introduce some of their children, all of their children, their mothers and fathers even to the drive-in potentially if they had never been before. So it's just a unique experience. You know, one of those kind of experiences where you get to experience a sunset right before you're going to see an outdoor movie in the dark. It's just kind of all of the Hamptons has to offer.
I like that.
These times.
Do people bring food and stuff in their cars? I mean,
they do.
Yeah,
they do. We're not allowed to serve any food for our permit.
No popcorn. No popcorn in the field.
Would feel comfortable with that, but we've seen people order food locally from different restaurants. Actually, the online reservation app called Resi is our partner, and so they have a list of restaurants in the Hamptons that you can go and order from. I've seen people come with huge things of popcorn that they popped at their own home.
That's great. I make popcorn all the time for my daughter. We
make sandwiches in the back of their car. They just brought all of the things to make them, so it's really cute. It's really
so.
Really
what do you think about it? That is it the need to get out of the house or to see something on a big screen or to feel like you're sort of around other people that drives this? Because obviously everybody's been, binging on Netflix and Amazon and trying to, but it's summer.
Well, after a while, a certain size screen becomes boring, or you'd like to get out of your surroundings or not be on the computer, correct?
Yeah.
Go experience something collectively outdoors, get some fresh air, but you still get to have entertainment and do something very fun, whether it's with your friends, your family, each other, couples. I mean, we're showing romances, we're showing serious documentaries, we're showing retrospectives like The Wizard of Oz, like Willy Wonka, like
You've got Parent Trap. Parent Trap is a good one because
Jurassic Park.
Yes.
And then scary movies like Scream, which I haven't seen since then.
I'm afraid of that movie.
An iconic, fun movie. Well, it's also a comedy, so it's not so scary. We did show a very scary movie last week called Relic. That Emily Mortimer, local, who has a house here in Amagansett, starred in, and it was a very eerie, foggy, extremely dark night. So it added to the atmosphere of the film. I'm not a scary movie person, and I watched it. So
how long? Because I know that they're doing this in Sag Harbor on Sundays, right? And then and Afty's doing something as well. So the drive-in thing is making a comeback. How long does the Film Fest plan to be doing this for?
Well, we're doing it through the month of July, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay. And we, like I said, we also have a new Hamptons film rental, DriveIn Rentals. So we're also been hired to do them for some golf clubs in some people's private backyards.
Wow. That has to be, that's a package then. You say like, if you have a backyard to accommodate it, I think I want to have a screening and you just have, it's like delivering it to your backyard.
Yeah.
That has to be pricey.
Not the drive-in style. You don't need the FM transmitter. We do have speakers. We do have a smaller 10-foot screen or a 16-foot screen that.
What is that? What are those run? Can you say what those run for? I guess you could, right?
Well, you can check out our website.
Okay.
Okay. Film.
It's not $50.
Drive-in, and there's a rental button you can hit, and then there's a whole team who will call you and visit you and talk to you about your needs.
That's cool. Talk to me about the Film Fest now. It's such a big part of the October fall season there in the Hamptons. And, I remember shooting last year and seeing the lines running around
That's
the
right.
blocks, whether it's Guildhall. I was there. I saw you at the Women in Film Fest and all the events that happen. It seems like, was that really just last fall? What is it going to look like this year? Do you have a plan? Or I know so much is always fluid. I mean, we don't know what schools, what's happening. We never know day to day. But what are you thinking now in terms of the film fest?
Well, I can say right now, we will definitely have a film festival. There will be a 2020 version of the Hamptons International Film Festival. It will look very different. It will be a hybrid, meaning we'll have virtual films, as most festivals around the world have been doing, such as Cannes, such as Toronto upcoming is going to be doing virtual. And we are planning to do drive-ins. So can't say right now exactly where those drive-ins will be or where you can access those, but we plan to certainly do a virtual festival and a drive-in festival. So we will remain socially distanced. We will not be indoors. We will not be in a theater.
Okay, but you're still getting submissions. You're going to have films, new films, right? And all of what you normally do. Do you think it's going to be as vast a program as you've had in the past, or will it be more limited?
It'll be half the size.
Okay, that's fair.
Say that.
Well, I love the drive-in series idea, and I'm glad that the film festival is coming back, at least in part, in the fall. Talk to me quickly about the Hamptons Art Network. I know you're partnering with Guildhall. We love Guildhall. I've just talked to Andrea Grover recently. Tell me what's going on in terms of supporting artists.
Well, the Hamptons Arts Network is a coalition of 19 nonprofit institutions out here. The website is hamptonsartsnetwork.org. And there are two initiatives that we've all been working on diligently. One is Pause at Home Portraits that Philippe Chang, local renowned photographer, will go to people's homes and take pictures of them. And this time it's a wonderful thing that caught on around the country. And we're delighted he's doing that, which helps us to raise money so we can help artists to collectively as nonprofits out here.
So in addition to the hamptonsartnetwork.org, you have another relief fund for artists, correct?
Yes, it's called the Artist Relief Fund that we partnered with the Foundation of the Arts to give $1,000 arts grants to artists in the area. All you have to do is apply. If you go to hamptonsartnetwork.org, you can click on Artist Relief Fund and apply. So if you're an artist out here, a fine artist, a filmmaker, a sculptor, think of every art you can, you are eligible for one of those $1,000 grants. So
that's great. So we'll put all this on our end credits, and we're excited about all the efforts. And anything else you want to say before we go in terms of the rest of this summer and how you're feeling about the film fest?
Yes. I'm just delighted that we're able to provide entertainment outside of the home. And I want to thank the town, Southampton, for allowing us to do that, Hayground for partnering with us. And I can't wait to welcome all of you to the drive-in theater. So
good.
Thank you, Angela.
I'm going to come to one of them. I make great popcorn. I will bring some. I won't sell it. I won't resell it, but I will have it. I make great. Ask my daughter. She loves it. Okay.
Oh, good. I'll have some too. Thank you.
And Chaisson, Executive Director of the Hamptons Film Festival. We applaud what you guys are doing, and we look forward to more film experiences with you. Thanks.
Great. See you at the movies.
Okay.